All right, friends, welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2022 online. I am your host, SporadicErratic, and your next run is all ready to go. Yep, it is PhoenyxBird and Will with SYNTHETIK Legion Rising.
Hello everyone, I am PhoenyxBird, also known as SDGF, also known as the Strategist. I hold the 220% world record, and my partner is Will, and he is the best Breacher player I've ever seen, and also one of the original speedrunners.
Who is now like sort of retired, but sort of not, the moderator of the speedrunning forums.
Okay, and our timer starts when the main menu frame disappears.
Ready.
So the way this game works is that you want to get to a teleporter, you want to touch a teleporter, start charging, and once it starts charging, you have to keep enemies away from it or else they'll slow the teleporter down. And that's basically the main goal. Everything else is randomized, even the levels are randomized, the way you can get. So there's...
Oh yeah, there's a bug where sometimes in co-op, the teleporter is just ready for you, waiting. I'm trying to find a weapon.
It's there. It's pinged.
Okay. Of course I hit a stun mine. Oh, good luck. It's one of the better weapons for this. Oh, and we got the boss damage weapon as well. Okay, that's good so far. Oh, we got rare squads.
Unfortunately, the rare squad that we got doesn't really do much. It just waddles at you and fails to really accomplish anything. It's the case for most of the real squads, unfortunately.
There's some actually threatening ones, but...
There's exactly one that is threatening.
And a half. Ready? Okay, this is our first boss. The gimmick of this boss is that it's basically a cube, and as long as you're close to its corners, it will not really hit you. Quick word about our weapons is the weapon I am using is a shotgun with fire ammo, and that can easily kill most of the common enemies and also goes through invulnerability shields on these littles. My partner has a weapon that deals much more damage after charging up while standing up, and it's used for killing bosses. And it's rare that you actually get two usable weapons in a run, so... that ammo. gonna go on with this boss?
The gimmick is avoid the lasers, and everything else is very easy. Fortunately, he doesn't get to do much in co-op because we have a very strong setup for him.
Be a good time for a donation?
Yeah, you can probably read donations for the rest of the run. We can't really speak too much.
Okay, well, I have a donation here from Toast for $50 who says, woohoo! $50 to not ITG. I can't wait to watch some mod charts on his house. And they are, of course, referring to our incentive for our bonus game 6 for Step Mania, not ITG, that we still need to unlock. We are looking for $150,000 to unlock that bonus game 6, and we are sitting at a little over 17,000. So definitely a ways to go. Now we do have some time to meet that and unlock that game. But do remember, every time you are donating, to look through all of the incentives and bid wars that we have open. Your donations will go towards those, as well as the and you said there were time for more donations as well.
I overheated.
So the gimmick of Mill Bay, which is the final area in the game, is that all the toughest enemies start spawning en masse. They're no longer rare. So you'll see a lot of these, a lot of us just like losing half our HP with like one hits because a lot of these enemies are capable of 1 or 2 shotting you.
And the gimmick is with this map in specific is that it's plus shaped, and if you start this, you're gonna get swarmed real quick.
The entire floor aggro's on you essentially. It is probably the most deadly map in the game. And I'm already dying.
Healing.
Don't stay at the teleporter.
And the gimmick with this map is that it's always in the same place.
Yes, this map is always in the
Oh, team kill.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with this weapon. I was like not shooting at the time. And now we're abusing a bug that was discovered
Way back.
Yeah, way back, but we basically skipped half the final boss. Also be careful, please.
Yeah, he's slowed. Yeah, the bosses are not immune to slows, even though they are immune to stuns, so... Normally he's much faster than this, so I need to go to your side.
That's the run.
Yeah, that's basically it, but they can also skip the real final boss, so we're just gonna show that real quick. Nice drill. Yeah, that's the cement mixer that's meant to end the world, but we can just touch the remote and turn it off. This is obviously not intended, but it's kind of funny, so that's it.
Shouts to Fata Morgana and Tac2 if you guys are watching this. You guys have done a lot for this game, and I hope you guys the best.
There's so many people that like helped me, like logistically as well, because my home internet is garbage and everything. There's so many specific names I can't name all of you, but thank you everyone who helped this and supported this and is watching this.
All right, well, that was indeed a very speedy run of Synthetic Legion Rising from byPhoenyxBird and Will. Thank you so much. If you are just joining us, welcome to Awesome Games Done Quick 2022 online. I am your host, SporadicErratic, and I am so excited to be here. We have some really exciting runs coming up for y'all real quick. I also have some really exciting donations coming in, including this one from Anonymous for $50, who says, "My turn. I summon my credit card in the attack position. Special ability of my credit card allows me to donate to charity while supporting one of my favorite childhood games. Take that." Thank you so much, Anonymous. We will take that and we will give it to charity. I have a $100 donation here from Bison Ridge, who says, "Hey, donators, check to see if your work has donation match. Mine does, and just imagine what the total could be." That's true. Some people's workplaces do have donation matching. So it's definitely worthwhile to check into that and see if yours does as well. I have a $10 donation here from Razor Damiano, who says, "Hi all AGDQ, lost me father 1 year ago due to cancer, and seeing so many people donating for this cause while having so much fun is amazing. Thanks everybody, and ciao from Italy." Power Up Audio is an indie sound studio from Vancouver, Canada. They have worked on such games as Celeste and Subnautica Below Zero. In the past, they had handled audio on site, but for AGDQ 2022 online, they designed some sounds for the new GDQ overlay system. Hope y'all have been enjoying those. You can check them out at powerupaudio.com and the upcoming Tunic at tunicgame.com. All right, well, I hope y'all are hype. Coming up next, ADEF has an interview with a mod who is going to be running Rockman and Forte.
Hello, gamers of Awesome Games Done Quick 2022 online. My name is ADEF, and we are joined here by Ahmad, who will be running Rockman and Forte, Rockman any percent in just a little bit here. Ahmad, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm really excited for this run. I love Rockman and Forte. It is an excellent speed run, and I'm excited to get your thoughts on it. So Ahmad, last AGDQ, you ran Mega Man 11. And, that's a very hard game. This is a very hard game. I'm curious how you feel about those two runs and sort of how they compare in a marathon setting.
That's funny you ask because both 11 and Rockman and Forte are super difficult runs, but for different reasons. Because in 11 you basically use every single button of your controller or keyboard. Well, not necessarily keyboard, but there's a lot of inputs in the game.
Sure.
And Rockman and Forte is just difficult in every part. Like there's so many difficult tricks, and everything hits like a truck. And yeah, it's a super difficult run, but. 11, like you have these power gear and speed gears, you have the gears, the system, which makes it a very unique run compared to Rockman and Forte, where you have the basic slide and shoot mechanic. It doesn't really have anything super interesting when it comes to like basic mechanics, but the weapons makes all the difference because it has the ice wall, for example, which can be basically used as a utility item as well. Like you can destroy enemies with it, you can ride it to gain momentum. You can use it to get yourself inside walls for zipping. There's just so many different ways you can use the one specific weapon in the game. And well, there's also a lot of other small things about the two games, which makes it makes a huge difference. But either way, both runs are really interesting, and this one will be as well.
That totally makes sense, man. Also, the game is called Rockman and Forte, and that is so named quite aptly because there are two playable characters, Rockman and Forte. And I know we're going to be seeing Rockman any percent or Mega Man for those of us stateside. I'm curious, what are the differences between Rockman and Forte specifically?
So obviously, Mega Man can charge his Buster, which deals more damage. Mega Man can slide, while Forte can dash, and he can double jump in the air as well. And also, Forte can shoot in 8 different directions with his Buster. He doesn't have the charge. Technically, Forte is still the faster run, but it's not optimized as well as Mega Man right now, because we don't really have Forte runners right now, which is a real shame. But those are pretty much the main difference. There are also some items you can buy from the store, which are exclusive for both of the characters, like Treble and Rush, which are their everyone's favorite pets in these games, of course. But yeah, that's about it.
Nice. So the last time we saw Rockman and Forte was at AGDQ 2018, and that run was Forte Any Percent by Joka. And before that, the last time we saw Rockman Any Percent was Clear Tonic at SGDQ 2015. I was actually there. I physically saw that run take place. That was almost 7 years ago. So I'm curious, how has the speedrun evolved since then?
It has quite a bit. For the past year, it has seen more activities than in years, to be honest. Not because it has a lot of runners, but mostly a couple of really dedicated runners in the game. We haven't really found anything super new or amazingly interesting. However, the interesting part comes from the fact that like the route some of the runners used to use before, which is the zip route, it kind of became the normal thing to do these days, which like the so-called zipless route, even though you still zip at the end, we call it zipless. It's supposed to be the easy route, sure. But it was still not easy, let me tell you that. And the new, or not so new, but still, the one we use right now, the zip route, is extremely difficult, and not only because of you're just low on health all the time, because of the counterattacker item, like everything can kill you instantly, and of course we have soft locks everywhere. This is the least marathon save run ever.
Yeah, no, so, like Ahmad is saying, all these things about the difficulty of this game, and I think he's actually underselling it a little bit. Like, this is widely regarded to be one of, if not the hardest Mega Man game released by Capcom. So like, you're not going to want to miss this one. So Ahmad, this question isn't maybe as important as far as the speedrun goes, but it's important to me. So I'm going to ask you because I'm the interviewer and I get to pick the questions, Ahmad. So in my opinion, Rockman and Forte has the best soundtrack of any classic mega, hands down. So I got to know which track is your favorite.
Pirate Man.
That's a good one. That's a good. I'm an intro man, an intro stage person myself.
Sure, fair.
The museum is so good. But Pirate Man's a good one. You all should go listen to the soundtrack. But if you want to hear every stage song, well, gosh, the best way would be to watch the run. Crazy. Ahmad, finally, and I know you knew this question had to be coming, and I saved it for last because I am so interested. There has been this nuts world record exchange going on in this game. I mean, Rockman and Forte has seen some crazy competition over the past few weeks and months. So you and Working 34 have been swapping world records back and forth in Rockman Any Percent so much recently. I want to know about, what makes the competition so spicy? Is this like some kind of feud, or are you working together? And what has your mentality been like?
Well, obviously we're working together, just like
right, of course.
the community is always working together. But it has become quite the show, quite the competition. Obviously, friendly one. We cheer each other on and want to see the game pushed down even lower. And funnily enough, like a few days ago, basically like 20 hours ago or something, I got the world record, and Working got a second better time, like 15 hours later. So it's been extremely competitive in that regard. Like I said, it doesn't have a lot of runners, but we have been working really closely together, sharing everything we can find. And there's still some stuff he doesn't go for and I go for, and vice versa. But we're still pretty close to each other. And I would say Working is still by far the most consistent player in the game. And
interesting.
Obviously, Working is going to be one of the commentators in my run as well, so you're not going to miss him out either. Either way, despite the difficulty and everything, this is such an awesome run to watch, so I highly recommend you to do so.
And gamers, if you do want to watch this run, it is coming up right after this. Ahmad, thank you so much for your time. I'm really excited for this run, and you all should be too. Stick around. Rockman and Forte, Rockman Any Percent is taking place right after this, so don't go anywhere.
What's up, y'all? I hope you are as psyched as I am for this Rockman and Forte run. I am really excited to see it. Actually, I've got some beautiful donations rolling in right now, including this one from Anonymous for $25, who says, gotta see some Step Mania at AGDQ. They are, of course, referring to our bonus game 6 that we still need to unlock. That is Step Mania, not ITG. We are looking for $150,000 to unlock that game. And oh my gosh, I just watched the total go up a little bit. Thank you so much for y'all's generosity. We're sitting at $17,417.60. So definitely, we do have a ways to go, but y'all are getting it done, and I really appreciate